It's, I mean, it was work. It was a lot of work, and it was a real joy. I had great people around me, especially Bill Condon, the director. It was great. There's nothing more collaborative than a musical, whether it's a stage musical or an animated musical. And it's really the quality of the people that you have around you that makes all the difference. And we've had a great team. Well, we have 3 new songs. We have a song, it's called How Does a Moment Last Forever? It's kind of a music box number that is a moment of recollection, and how do you hang on to a moment. It starts with Maurice and then goes on to Belle. It sort of runs through the picture. There's a song called Days in the Sun. It's a lullaby, as these objects and the enchanted objects and Belle and the Beast are all turning in for the night. They're remembering life before the spell. And then there's a number called Evermore, when the Beast has let Belle go because he loves her, and he's letting her go back to her father, knowing that the spell will never be broken, but at least he knows what love is now. Well, who sang it in the movie? In the film, as I say, it's Kevin Kline and Emma Watson, and credits is Celine Dion. Evermore is sung by Dan Stevens, and then Josh Groban sings it over the end credits. And the Days in the Sun is an ensemble number.
Man, it was such an exciting thing to do, and actually to be back here. I remember seeing it on Hollywood Boulevard in 1991. So the fact that we're back here tonight with this new version, it's unbelievably thrilling. And it was just, it is one of the great Disney crown jewels. And I always felt so fortunate that they trusted me and the rest of the group that we got together with this amazing property. And it's been 3 years, so it's kind of surreal that it's actually going to be shared with this audience tonight. I think it's there's so many things, but I think the Be Our Guest number really took us 2 years to plan, shoot, and finish. So to see it now, and it just happened recently, just to see that, like an audience see that for the first time, because you know how often things are given away in previews, but we've really been careful about that number so that people can have like a pure new experience of it. And it's like, if it's Tuesday, it must be Shanghai, but then there's Paris and London. It's been incredible, And the thing is, I knew that Beauty and the Beast obviously was known, but to see that it has the same kind of devoted fan base in Shanghai as it does here, that was really remarkable. Oh yeah, you have no idea. Like the first day when we built this village on the backlot in Shepperton Studios in London, and Emma Watson, we're in this huge shot, and she steps outside the door in that blue iconic costume and sings Little Town. It's, everybody was just sort of, you couldn't believe it. It was a very surreal experience to create that in reality.
So I started working on the Beauty and the Beast collection a year ago. It's been such an amazing experience. It's all about the enchantment, the romance, Belle, and bringing all of our classic princess and our favorite characters together. And also this is our signature Mrs. Potts, and then we have Plumet, and then the jewelry that's inspired by Beauty and the Beast. It's been amazing. So Disney, we've been working together for a year, and being a part of Disney and bringing all those magical memories that growing up as a child and bringing them to life, and growing up, personally, Belle was always my favorite princess, so looking at it today and being a part of this tonight is so amazing.
It's quite amazing. The idea of this kind of film just didn't exist when I was a kid, and I certainly grew up loving the animated film. I grew up loving the book, actually. It's one of my favorite fairy tales. But the point at which technology and fairy tale can now meet is so exciting, where you can have a romantic lead character that's essentially driven by a digital mask that we create. It's mind-blowing. Yes, we've just come from Shanghai. Before that, we were in London. Big up for London there. And where else were we? Paris. Of course, we started in France, where the fairy tale originated. So yeah, it's amazing, and I think we're halfway around the world. We've got a few more stops. It really does, and I remember the animated film being something that boys and girls enjoyed. Other Disney movies are a little more divisive, but this one, a lot of guys my age have come up and said, really loved that one, like ever since I was 8 or 9. And I don't know, there's something about the critique of masculinity and femininity and the kind of it's just very, very interesting when you look at the balance of these two forces within us all. And it's something Emma and I really looked to kind of explode in this one. And it was definitely from an ideas point of view, that's where we were coming from,
I know, it's very, very exciting. I mean, this film has been over 2 years in the making, and like I'm just ready to have it out there in the world. Yeah, so we just flew in from Shanghai the day before yesterday. We were in Paris, we've been in London. I mean, it's really been very global so far. So, but it's wonderful to be here in Los Angeles and in Hollywood, and it's been great. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's one of those stories that, God, it's like the tagline of the movie is "Tale as old as time," and it's true. It's been retold in so many different ways. I mean, the cocktail version of this movie is beautiful, but I think there's something about the Disney version that just really was a telling of it that was so inspiring and really captured people's hearts. So, yeah. You know, Dan who plays Beast, we both do quite a lot of filling in of our backstories of our characters, and I think it'll be nice for people to see everything that they saw in the original, but also like get to know and understand a little bit more of their stories.
Well, for me, it's almost like a childhood dream come true because I grew up with the original animation from the 90s, so I already knew all the words to all the songs. It was like my Frozen, really. So to be a part of this is very nostalgic in some ways, but also I think Emma and the rest of the cast bring a real freshness to the production. So yeah, I'm so excited. Oh, it's wonderful. A couple of my friends have brought their little girls with them, which is really nice. So I'm looking forward to seeing it through their eyes. And also we're on Hollywood Boulevard. I mean, this is a big Disney premiere. I've never been to a Disney premiere before. So yeah, the anticipation, you can really feel from all the crowds gathered around. People are really excited to see the film. It's really liberating, actually. I think, you appreciate all the artistry that goes into animation, and, you get to transform as an actor, to be able to transform into a feather duster is quite a different feat. So it's a different challenge, but yeah, it's a wonderful one. Oh, all the time. I mean, once you get Be Our Guest in your head, it's there for like the rest of the week at least. No, it's such the score is so magical and iconic. So yeah, it's always kind of somewhere in my mind.
Well, yes, I am. I am in the Disney family, and which is a great family to be in. I have to say, they take very good care of you. And yes, the Pirates of the Caribbean trailer debuted today, and it's been a huge success. So I'm very excited. I'm very honored to be part of the family, as you say. And I'm here seeing this movie that, I heard beautiful things about it, and I want to see the whole story now brought to humans, no? And also animated, because I've seen some amazing work done in digital.
Well, it's an iconic film, and I got to sing an iconic song with Ariana, and we're honored to be part of it. Well, we're singing the theme song, the Beauty and the Beast song that Celine Dion and Peter Bryson originally sung, and it's an honor. It's an honor. Oh, it's gonna be so fun. My wife hasn't seen it yet, so I'm excited for her to see it. She's a big fan of the original, and I think she's gonna love this one.
Yeah, it's incredible. I feel like we shot this movie about 2 years ago. I think it almost has been 2 years ago. And so to finally share this with the world is such a great thrill. We've been so proud of it for so long. And I grew up with Beauty and the Beast as almost being my Frozen. It was the movie that my parents took me to over and over again. And I remember being 10 years old in South Florida, seeing it for the first time. And the thing that I remember the most is the audience breaking out into applause at the end of songs sung by animated characters on the screen. And so to now bring those iconic songs to life, to bring this incredible story to life again, to bring these characters to life, it's a dream come true. It's been a little crazy. We just got back from Paris, London, Shanghai, but I'm so happy to finally be home in Los Angeles, and most importantly to share it with my kids tonight, who'll be seeing the film for the first time. You know, I think that there's a number of reasons that Beauty and the Beast, the story has stood the test of time. And one of those for me is just the theme of never judge a book by its cover. Some people are different, they look different, they act different, and to judge them before you get to know them is something we could all learn from, and I think that this story tells a great version of what it means to get to know somebody before you pass a judgment and before you let fear guide you.
Yeah, no, actually the partnership started back in the 60s where we have a tea caddy in the UK, London, and Walt Disney World. And as a corporate alliance partner, the opportunity came to participate in this and really, frankly, jumped at the chance. It's a great film, it's iconic, it's got a great cast. Yes, we did. So we have, as one of the title sponsors, we have a tea cart. So right past the red carpet, we'll be sampling 4 of our teas. They are in the special edition designs of Beauty and the Beast. So we have assets from the film surrounding as a total pack takeover. So we have 4 of our herbal blends, and we're excited to sample them and have people get a chance to check them out.
Finally, I mean, we've been all over the world. We've just come from Shanghai, and it's been an incredible experience. You know, it's funny to bring a film around the world, and they already love it. They already love the story, so we feel like half of the job is done, and we're here just to present it and give it to the people. I mean, this is why we're very proud to be here, and we put a lot of work into this, a lot of love. A lot of happy moments are in this film, real sincere happy moments, and I think you can tell. When you watch it, you can just tell we were all having the best time. So, well, it was my childhood. I was 12 years old when this movie came out, and I remember the effect and the lasting memories I have of hearing those songs for the first time, humming them as I left the cinema, getting my mum to buy me the CD, and learning them all, you know, and then the stage show, which I saw the opening night of in London. It's just been landmark moments throughout my childhood and my adult life. So, and it stood the test of time because it is a tale as old as time, and it has many beautiful messages and represented in many strong characters in the film. Obviously, we have Belle, and who just Emma delivers such a great 21st century princess, a woman who needs no one. And she's a strong woman, and I love that about her representation of Belle. And then you've got, you know, the rest of us, and we all felt we were responsible to deliver a message that was so well done in the original animation. We could just do it in live action, and I think you'd be very happy with the result. Well, I mean, you sort of have to go with it. I mean, if you're going to play a baddie, play a baddie well. You know, if you're going to play the most arrogant, chauvinistic, bigoted, evil, self-absorbed narcissist on the planet to life, then do it well and believe every second of it. And I did. I just went with it, and I loved. I mean, I broke all the rules. You know, it's very liberating to be a bad guy, and he's quite charming with it. And I tried to give a bit of light to it, to the shade of his character. And weirdly, a lot of the moments in the film make people laugh are the ones with Gaston in them. So in a way, I make people laugh as much as I make them hate me at the end of the film. So job done. Well, in London, which was 2 weeks ago, I think, we surprised Alan Menken, who was doing I was playing some of the music for some journalists, and we sneaked in and sang Gaston in the background with Pete Allen playing the piano. And it was such a success, we decided we would do it again tonight, seeing that this was the biggest premiere that we're doing in Los Angeles, the home of Disneyland. And so we decided we would sing Be Our Guest to the opening of probably the biggest red carpet I've ever seen in my life. It puts the Oscars to shame, it's enormous. And so we sang it. We love to sing. Both Josh and I come from musical theater. We absolutely, any chance to open our mouths and sing a song, we'll do it. Even if it isn't our song, we'll still do it. And we loved it. We had a great time. Yeah.
Well, it's probably one of the biggest dreams come true. Working on a Alan Menken musical is probably it was a hard job, but it was probably the easiest thing in the world because there's so much bones and there's such great melodies and such great music to just fall back on. My job was just to reproduce it, recreate it, record the vocals, work with the actors, sit on the set, editorial, but it was a ball.
Well, Lux Bloom, we're a Chicago-based company, and in October we received a phone call from the Walt Disney Company asking to talk to us about our preserved roses, which require no water or refrigeration to keep their natural beauty. And they said, we have this live-action film coming out called Beauty and the Beast, and we think it would be a great partnership. So you can imagine, I'm an American entrepreneur, a late blooming entrepreneur. I got a call from Walt Disney and I was beside myself. So we put some concepts together and we came out to Burbank in October, and Lux Bloom met with the management on the film and we brainstormed and we came up together with a series of ideas and products that you're now going to see revealed on the red carpet at the premiere. Here tonight at the premiere, we've created this rose wall with 7,000 roses that we flew in from Ecuador for preserved roses for this evening, and we've been making the rose wall in your studios in Burbank all week, and it was transported this morning. We also flew in 2,000 fresh cut roses from Ecuador to hand out to all the guests after the premiere. So right from the farm from Ecuador live to the red carpet.
Well, celebrating Disney's Beauty and the Beast is perfect for HomeAway because, like Disney, we also believe in making magical memories for families and friends. And so we're celebrating Disney's Beauty and the Beast with a castle giveaway, a stay in a castle, a 14th century castle in Scotland for one lucky winner and 20 guests. This is a joy to be a part of. I got to tell you, who couldn't have goosebumps? I mean, we all remember the animated feature 25 years ago. This film is incredible. So to be associated with is so much fun. And just the energy here, the excitement for what this film is and means is incredible. We couldn't be happy to be associated with it.